For Christmas.
Not just for forfeit.
Shane White right now. Always in pain.
Hi guys, welcome to this week's podcast of the Two Angry Veterans. Okay, here I've got
Mr. Thomas Sheridan.
Mr. Sheridan and
Tom Ridgway.
And I'm Shane Christie. Okay, good to meet you. This is episode 2. This week we're going to be talking about finances and men's mental health awareness. Into men's mental health awareness month. I tried to tell this to you guys before. I've seen a lot of things on social media platforms of and a lot of guys catching onto this. A woman will put a TikTok on and say this is what I think of men's mental health awareness, and it would be completely ignoring it, joking, and a guy would call it out and stuff. Do you think that's part of the issue? Like if you were to scroll through social media now and you see someone of your opposite sex or whatever, okay, downplaying mental health awareness, do you think that would make you less likely to open up to your partner?
It would.
Or anyone, if you've got a female boss, for example?
I think it goes down to.
Do you think that takes your credibility, your alphaness as a bit away?
I think you've just hit the nail right on the head there with that one word, alphaness.
Alpha.
Every bloke wants to be. Well, not
you don't want to be seen as weak. You don't want to be seen as weak.
And you want to be seen as providing for your family. You want to be there for your missus, your kids. You want to be that person. And I've done it myself sometimes. I'm really bad at. I'll bottle things up for ages, even if it's just little things that get on my wick, and then my missus can
What, on your ear?
Oh God, that was horrible.
I had to get it in. I had to get it in.
Come on.
This is a serious conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing happens and it's nothing, and then all that emotion is just absolutely concentrated on that. And then, do you know? I'd sit there and I go, "Why the fuck have I just lost my head over that?"
And it's not.
And then it's not just. It's not
because
that.
of the 10,000 things you buried.
But you're not thinking.
It's because you don't want to go.
You bury it.
It's because of the 10,000 things you buried.
You're buried.
I think as a male of the UK, especially and us being northern, I think there's a thing about being northern and the way we're brought up and that, and the way our parents are brought up and so on and so on. Like the mine era, the looking at the pits and that is what you've got to be thick-skinned to be a male. Alright, when you fell over as a kid, I guarantee you no one come over. No male in your life that would come over and put your wet paper towel on, right, and when they cuddled you. Your dad, your granddad, all men was like, get up your girl. We cry for. I used to cry about.
Well, that's it as well. Get up your girl.
We get thick.
And I'm a man.
We get thick skin for it.
Yeah.
And
military as well. Big thing.
We get engraved in that, I think. And we don't have one issue. We have one issue when a million issues has become that one. I know that for myself. I spoke with a lot about it. I probably started suffering about 2019. A lot of things happened in my life in 2019. I lost a lot of people and stuff and so on and so on. And I never addressed it. And as you know, and everyone knows, I was a big drinker. Like, I couldn't be over, when we go out and drink.
No, we'd always end up back in the block.
And then we'd do a block party. And then whenever I leave, I'd have a hidden bottle of booze. And I'd drink.
Cheeky bastard, Shane, we've got no booze left.
Go on.
I'll go home now.
But I sit there and then I get upset. And what annoyed me and irritated me is I never knew why. I could never put a finger. I think the biggest thing with mental health, one of the big things with mental health is if you can't put your finger on why you feel like that,
you can't address it.
You can't address it. You feel undeserving and you feel soft.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I had that for a long time. I masked it, and I come out of the military. I was buzzing to leave the army. I was like, right, guys, this ain't going to bother me. No matter what you're saying to me, these issues, what you're saying, I'm going to be saying.
Do you think when you're not busy, you think about it more?
Well, no. I was 3 months out of me, and 3-4 months, and I was sound. And it took a downward spiral, which I'm not afraid to say, came into a suicide attempt and stuff like that. I'll happily openly speak about mental health now because I hid it for so long.
Yeah.
And it comes about me taking, and I don't mean a weak attempt. I genuinely try to take my own life in a very, very, very serious manner. And I lied to everyone. I was telling everyone I was getting help. I was telling everyone I was getting therapy. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I weren't doing nothing.
And was that pride?
Yeah. I wanted to be able to get over it on my own. I thought I've been doing this. Everyone don't need to know. Let's do it. And then do you know what? That the attempt happened, and it was a horrible time in life. I got pulled through it. My wife pulled me through it absolutely, and some really, really, really good friends who you know who you are. People really got me, and I felt undeserving of the help. I felt like, whoa, I'm the guy who
Does it show that people care about you and then help
yeah,
people
but what I find is you don't know how to take it.
It's accept,
I
it's take
struggle
it,
with
learning how to
accepting
take.
No, it's taking help.
How to accept how.
This is a massive thing.
And going further onto that was I finally did go to the doctors, and I had a great doctor. He just listened, it was very weird. But he just let me talk, and you know that if you give someone 30 seconds, if you pause a question, that person will talk. That's how you ask questions to people. Bit of TQ in there for guys. But basically, he listened, and I went to the pharmacy. I got the tablets and that, and I sat in my car for 2 hours and I cried my eyes out. I looked at his tablets and I fucking cried, mate. Right? So, I couldn't take them until I did take them, and my life dramatically improved, mate. And I'm no longer on tablets, but I'm an advocate. And this is the reason I say I'm an advocate of tablets, right? For all the people in there who don't believe in them, and I really want to address this with you. Someone said to you, tomorrow, your heart will stop beating, or your leg will fall off, or your head will fall off. But take this tablet, it'll be fine.
You take it without
You'll take it, won't you? You'd fucking take it, mate.
I think that's, honestly, I'll let you go, but I think it's really, I've only known about this probably for the past 2 weeks, and it's really, you should be really proud of yourself for being able to talk about that, and it will definitely help people. That and everyone's more than glad knowing that you are still here. I mean,
so, yeah.
I mean, there'd be a lot more pints in the world if you wasn't. Yeah, I will take that.
One thing I will say massively is on men's mental health, as we're talking about it, and as Tom said, Shane, amazing, mate, and like, thanks. I'm sure everyone will appreciate what you said, because you're an inspiration to people. Do you know what I mean? Massively. But one thing that I've noticed, and I don't know if it's the same with you, or you said you had a great doctor. For me, I've obviously gone through my anxiety that's come out of nowhere. I went to 3 doctors, and they just said, "Oh, here's a number. See you later." And that was it, and that's all I got. And I think, and then 4 months after that, I didn't call them, and I just fucking left it.
Off,
I thought, for me, fuck them. Yeah. They're not helping me. Fuck it, I'll be alright. I'll deal with it on my fucking own. It only become, as you said, my missus and my mum fucking went for me. My anger just become fucking ridiculous. I'd bite someone's head off.
Don't you?
I'd bite someone's head off to even fucking. My missus would burn the toast, and I could rip the house down.
That
so what do you think of the phrase, right? Someone says about this phrase, and it's not the fault they don't understand, right? And it's whether you go to medical care, whether you go to civilians, right?
Yeah.
Someone said this was an ex-service lad, and he said, Shane, listen, it's not their fault they don't understand you. And he says, you don't ever try and make them understand either.
Do you think? No.
He says, no one's fault on both sides. And I looked at that for a long time. I really sat and thought on that. Yeah. And I thought, do you know what? Like, yeah, it's not.
On the doctor's front.
You did not ask this of me.
No.
And I
you did ask that for yourself.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
On the doctor's front,
it's a pretty good statement. The more you think on that, the more things come in your head.
But on the doctor's front, if you're one of these people
on a medical professional point, yeah,
they should fucking drop everything to
one
help.
Of the things
do you think that they do, and this is totally open to the floor, when it comes to men that go in with an issue, do they sometimes, doctors maybe back it off? I got told, because I'd started up my company with it's just normal.
It's stress.
It's stress, it's normal. I understand that I was stressed out about it, but that isn't why I've come to see it.
How many times have we been stressed out of your head in the military? You do it. I've been there.
But you're protected.
No. But what I'm saying is, it's nothing about being stressed, because I've been stressed 1,000 times.
It's not the stress.
This one time I'm stressed, but I'm not stressed. If that makes sense.
Yeah, do you know what I've got to
And then I drove home once from work, out the blue. It's very similar to what happened to yourself, and I thought I was having a heart attack. Pulled over, started breathing, and I rang my mum and I cried all the way home. She was on the phone to me. She was on the phone, and I got home, and then it was over. But the dump I had after it,
and you feel like shit for days.
3 weeks.
You feel like shit.
I didn't go into work.
You do. You feel like shit.
I was fucking. It's awful.
It stresses like that. Do you know? I've got an example, and I try to use this a lot for people when I explain things. Is put me in the car, right, with my family. Put my missus there. My kids in the background, the radio on, right, and fucking maybe sat nav. I get overwhelmed like mad, right? The kids talking about, I hate it. I'm quite anti towards them. I'm like, guys, shut up, man. I'm trying to do this. I can't take a conversation.
Trying to listen to Elvis.
I've got Elvis on now. That's keeping me sad. And I'm going, but then I think, wow, I could command a vehicle. Right? I could tell the gunner where to shoot. Right?
Headset going
I could
off.
sort the gun. I've got brigade net. I've got regimental net. Right. I'm taking gunner work, what to do, where to do. I'm map reading. I'm calling out a target fire, which is all these things. And this is genuine. You do all that as a commander. And that was not overwhelming. I thrived in that environment. I loved it.
Driving your kids from Wigan to Bolton.
Put me in the car, right?
Go to Bolton, that's right.
But put me in the car. So again, stresses. I don't feel stresses of that.
No, yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. What's the next segment of the podcast then, Tom?
Next, we've got Wild Shez out in the wild, about 50 metres away from the tattoo studio. Over to Tom in the park.
Thank you very much, guys, in the studio. Cheers, Tom. And now for your weekly roundup of news of the week. With me, Tom. 3 major talking points that we're going to be speaking about today on News of the Week. Are you ready? Have the people of Northern Ireland had enough of what's going on in their country? Are they sick and tired? Is this why we've seen protests in the streets? I think so. If people just simply had enough, I would say yes, they have. Point 2 for News of the Week is 15,000 small boats have crossed the UK this year. What an absolute travesty. This is simply incredible. This is simply unbelievable. I for sure have had enough. The point that we're going to speak about today is Men's Mental Health Month. Let's all be aware that men can speak to others and we should speak out, because after all, we need to look after one another. I know that I think about myself far too much and I should speak to someone about that because it's fucking gross. Cheers, back to you, Tom, in the studio.
Cheers for that, Tom.
That's brilliant, yeah. That's in his natural habitat.
Yeah.
Cheers for that, Tom. Nice one. So, talking points there from Tom out in the wilderness were as follows.
He's a strange guy.
He's a fucking weirdo.
He shouldn't be South Park benches in that outfit.
He shouldn't be.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
His talking points were as follows. The Northern Ireland riots, the 15,000 small boat crossings, and men's mental health.
Start with the riot. For anyone that's unaware, I believe there were 3 young girls under the age of who were by some undocumented, let's say, people, and obviously in the same town. So obviously the local people have frankly they've had enough and they've taken to the streets.
To the rise.
I don't know if anyone's seen the videos of it. Honestly, it looks proper.
I mean, one thing I'd say on this is how far does Northern Ireland, England, how far do we have to go?
When's enough?
When's enough before they'll fucking listen?
But this is the issue, and it probably links into our second subject. The amount of boats that are coming over. There is no system in place going, which if it was, I could probably learn to live with it. If someone's going, right, what's your name? Boom.
That's called legal immigration.
No. But if they went,
that is immigration.
If they go, where's your documentation? And they go, don't have any. Right, sound. Back you go. If they go,
the reason they can't send them back is for the ECHR.
Okay, guys, you know me. I kind of stay clear on the whole political things. I try not to get too involved into it. However, I had some opinions this week on the lives as well. I'm kind of for immigration, not to this context what we're seeing now, but I'm a firm believer in if you are from you're legal. If you're from a war in a country, okay, let's use Syria for example. Back a few years ago, I was lucky enough to kind of go on the border of Syria and see some of these cities absolutely flattened, and it is absolutely wild. So I do believe you take your wife and your kids or your partner away
shouldn't be the
to
men.
a land of safety. Now, get me right, you can go neighbouring countries, people are going to argue that, fine. Let's forget all that. Yeah, let them people in. However, for me, if you're a fighting age male, listen, you do not pass go, you don't collect 200, okay? You put your wife and kids in a place of safety. Yeah, you know what I mean? Get an AK, get back on that little boat, mate, and go and support your country.
But if that happened over
here, if that happened here, but we're different. I think we're.
Well, that's not the point. That's something. Whether we're different or not, that's something we should kind of push as not as a nation, as a government.
I think the massive issue here is we haven't got the authorities due to being still in part of the ECHR.
And again,
essentially, it's humanitarian rights, and this is where it boils down to. As How can we be, as a country, led so far down a path that we can't say no? We can't say enough is enough. Because we've got a massive issue here of, as you said, fighting age males coming.
How do you get around it? How do you get around it?
How do you get around it?
I had some
on
guy arguing alive the other day about, like, you know,
you hear people
if you can't like church, we'll fight them in the streets, we'll fight them on like,
someone else said,
do you not think you need to cut the snake's head off? Like, for me, I think it's government, they're the people who go after.
100%. My points on this are as follows. Last week, in News of the Week, we talked about Home Guard. And I talked about they should be protecting the ports. If they're going to implement this system, that we have to create such a reserve force, why don't we come out with something that they are protecting the borders? We have a navy in this country. Let's utilise the navy.
But should we have to utilise?
Well, we have to because we're under attack.
No, but put it this way.
We're not under attack as such.
We're under
with that term.
Just put it this way.
We're under an invasion, essentially.
But my argument here is, okay, use the navy, utilise all this stuff, yeah, brilliant, alright, take up all the taskings, which cost millions and millions of pounds. No, but listen,
how much
hear me out. But we're paying people to do this job for us.
And they're not doing it.
That's my point.
Yeah, so stop that funding.
So stop the funding.
Fund the navy. My point I'm raising here, we can be on other taskings and it rains for 2 weeks and it's in Britain and it's flooded and we get pulled off that essential training going, you go and do flood relief. That's only the same as the navy.
Why we aren't the one doing that?
Yeah. No, not why. Why isn't someone who we pay the waterways? We pay them for flood defence. When that doesn't work, who do they call in? The army. Let's get them carrying all the flood.
So what you're saying here? The deterrent isn't working.
No.
Yes.
It's calling the army. Or
the military.
Yeah, but and what I'm saying, I'm not saying do both. Cut the funding where it's not working, like you said. Cut that. Is whatever that money is.
Push into this.
Push that into there, and it could be the thing as you put it out as a civvy job for.
What about reserves? What about reserves?
Yeah, or reserves, or veterans. You go. Here's for whatever amount of money. We're starting this thing up. You're going to go here. You're going to patrol the beaches in an military format, reporting back, gathering these people.
One last point before we move on that I want to say here is you said why are we paying the French? We pay them £480,000 a day.
It's ridiculous.
To stop this. With that money, you could use that money to get veterans off the streets, to train them, to be border security, employ them, and you can feed and house them with this money. As I said, I think I've done it on a post the other day. Over a 100-day period, it's £50 million.
A lot of ex-maritime guys
that would go and do this. I would do it if there was an option there that I could go down and protect the borders, because that's essentially what it is, from unknown forces or unknown people, because you don't know who they are. Let's use people. However, some of these people, and I don't know if any of you've seen it. I'm all over stuff like this. During lockdown, Nigel Farage went out filming these small boats crossing, and as he approached them, he videoed them throwing their passports and phones into the water. So that's a massive issue.
I think we was chatting to someone on our live about that the other day. Yeah, and it's basically
they
can't send them because they don't know where they're from.
So they
can't send them.
There's no.
Right, so this is the quiz for this week. So the forfeit, which I have come up with, obviously, is the loser has to have all their hair shaved off. What? So, what we're going to do the same rules as last week. We have reintroduced the bell. No. We have reintroduced we've reintroduced the bell. So once you press the bell, you say the answer. Everyone else be quiet. If you get it wrong, it goes against the other two. So, question.
I'm actually nervous.
There's 20 questions this week.
I've got anxiety.
You've got to keep your own scores as well. So, question number 1. Where is Great Britain's largest cruise port?
Portsmouth.
Wrong.
Southampton.
Southampton.
But he didn't press the
He
buzzer.
don't even need you!
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't!
Yeah, he did.
It doesn't matter, it's
That's
a
a
no
no
point.
point. That's a no point.
No, come on.
What do you think? He didn't even go for the buzzer.
Listen,
It was me and you.
he didn't. Then you said it, and then he said it.
Yeah, I
so
waited
I'm giving it.
Wait, come on.
You went over.
He's still going to give it an answer.
No, yeah, but technically I was next in line, so everyone knew it was me.
No one knew.
Question number 2. Name all the countries in Great Britain.
Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland.
Nope.
In England.
Nope.
No.
Shetlands,
You've all fucked it.
Virgin Isles.
No. It's Great Britain.
You serious?
And I didn't say UK. I said Great Britain, so it's England, Scotland, and Wales. So no one gets it.
That's true.
What are you being a dickhead for?
It's not a trick question. Right. This is a true or false. So, Great Britain is the 3rd largest island in the world.
False.
It is false. Doesn't tell me which one it is.
You on zero? Oh, what are you on?
What?
No.
Question number 4. Great Britain is bordered by how many seas? Fucking bell's gone again.
I ain't getting that.
Find the bell.
2.
He's here.
So can we kind of put our hands by our sides? Because
I'm quite far away from this here.
He's been offside on every single bloody one.
Get those shit out.
question number 5.
Come on, let's go.
What is the capital of England?
London.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I can't see
Mate,
it. It's
but
so
every
far away for
This
me.
thing be a big chassis. Move that way.
Please.
Big chest
Question number 6. What is the capital of
What
Scotland?
are you doing? What are you doing?
Glasgow.
Nope.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
No, Shane's that.
Yeah.
That's one for
If
sure.
you put
Is
your hand
it-
over that
is it
again,
not
right,
Glasgow?
we'll go
No,
off
it's
chop.
Edinburgh.
We'll go off chopping off confused like one.
Yeah, but I'm so far away.
No, you know it's the same distance.
Question number 7. What is the northernmost point in Great Britain?
Oh shit.
Go on, Shane.
Fuck, not stop in Scotland.
No, I don't think anyone's going to get this.
I'm
Ayrshire.
good, isn't it?
No.
Aberdeen.
No, it's called Dunnot's Head.
What?
Well done, though, boys. Did really well there. Right, next one. What is the most southernmost point in Great Britain?
Penzance. No, it's fucking.
Plymouth.
No, I know what it is.
Are you going to have
Land's End.
So it's Lizard Point in Cornwall.
That's where you heard from, innit?
Lizard! The earliest known name for Great Britain is what?
British Isles.
No. Oh, he's on the right line.
Anglo-Saxon.
Anglo-Saxon now.
No.
Brittany.
They're two different things.
No, it's Albion.
Oh,
Right. Question number 10, so we're halfway through.
I'm free.
Who is the patron saint of Wales?
It's Saint David.
Yes!
Shit.
Oh, he pulled that from somewhere.
Yeah.
So you're on 2 now?
Yeah. No, 3.
Oh, 3 all. You're on 0.
Question number 11. Who is the patron saint of Scotland?
You mock my pain.
No, incorrect.
St Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd touch that first.
That's what I thought of.
Question number 12.
I can't win.
You should all get this. Who is the patron saint of England?
Ah, that's me! Fucking hell, St. George!
That's correct.
Well,
Question number 13. What creature is depicted on the flag of Wales?
listen. No, do you know what? His answer's on the very
Rock,
bottom.
paper, scissors.
I said it.
Rock, paper,
No,
scissors.
No,
Yeah,
I
go on,
pressed the
yeah.
bell first.
But you didn't say it.
Yeah, but
Rock, I didn't finish the question. Rock, paper, scissors.
Dragon.
No, rock, paper, scissors.
in between.
Right, you two and then the winner. Well, you two.
That's like what.
Oh, you fucker.
What way of noises you making? Yeah.
What was that noise?
Did you just go deaf and dumb for a minute then? It just.
Just had my hair done.
Right. Which city is considered the capital of Great Britain?
London.
Yes.
What? That doesn't make any
5,
sense.
4, 1.
I have to win all of them.
No, it's just they've reworded it. So
Yeah, it's a trick
everyone
question.
went.
It's a trick question.
What name is used by the British Olympic Association for their British Olympic team?
Fuck knows.
Great Britain.
No, it's
GB.
Team GB.
Team G. Ah, come on.
Well, I said no on that. Come on.
No one. That's not
Yeah,
it.
no one's getting that.
So 5, 4, 1.
I can't win. I'm
Which-
I've already
Oh,
lost.
you're in this, son.
Oh no, he's
No, I'm not. He's gone past 15.
Oh, yeah.
I can't
Oh,
win.
Oh, you lost.
well, we need to play for a winner then. So you're getting your haircut next week.
He's unemployed. That doesn't count. He just not go home.
Right.
He just doesn't leave home.
He doesn't go on.
He doesn't go home.
How unemployed is it?
Unemployed.
Loose, there's one loose and
Like
I'll
that.
We need a prize for the winner.
He gets to buzz his hair. He
I
gets
didn't
to
get any prize last week.
Here's one.
I'll figure one.
Yeah,
Out of the shit.
The winner gets to do his hair.
No.
Yes,
No,
perfect.
try and get a tattoo in.
Yeah, but getting a tattoo.
Yeah, but he's
very
right
different.
now.
I'm right on
He's
saying,
right
I
now.
want to
Right,
do
boys,
it.
boys, we'll find something you can do one of the
Get out
other weeks.
of. Get out.
No,
of
that's
forfeit
not a
now.
thing. The winner of
Get out
the
of forfeit
Right.
now.
The
Go
win-
get him forfeited.
the winner.
I'll do it.
No, that's fine.
Me, mate. You
Jesus
go, go.
Christ! The winner is cutting his hair. Right. Question number 16. Which country's flag is blue with a white cross?
He didn't even finish.
I know the answer. It's Scotland.
Oh, I know the answer.
I think there's.
Why are you bitching out? Because you've lost already.
Because there's 4 questions that have been unanswered because of that twat.
Right.
Before finger pointed.
Question. What question?
I'm right.
Fucking hell, troops.
Question number.
5-5 between me and Shane.
Question
You haven't
number.
got that.
Question number.
Did he get Scotland then?
Fuck me. Question number 17. Yes, he did. Question.
That's a fucking outrage.
You're not even in it.
It's unbelievable, Jeff.
I'm gonna walk out.
Question number 17. What 2 colours feature on the flag of England?
Red and white.
Let you take that, yeah.
Red
Oh yeah, let him fucking have that. Fucking unreal.
Question number 18. What is the lad? What was the lad? What is the? Sorry.
This is an injury here.
Question number 18. What is the largest religion by number of adherents? You're not even in it.
You can't ring the bell halfway through a question.
I think the quiz is done.
Who wants to?
I think everyone's a bit rad.
Right. The winner of this last question cuts his hair. Housed in the Tower of London, the largest clear-cut diamond in the world is called what? Go on. Say it.
Blood diamond.
Crown jewels.
No, it's the Cullinan diamond.
Yeah, price of crown jewels like cock on
Rock, paper, scissors. Who cuts his hair?
I'm not here next week.
You are.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, Joe. Rock, paper, scissors, Joe.
Oh, you got it.
My hair will grow up quite quick, so.
I was going to have to make cock.
So if you tune in next week, you'll be watching some slow sexual hair shaving done by Ridge.
Yeah, guys, thank you for following, liking the page, sharing it. We really appreciate it. We're just trying to help people and have a laugh while we're doing so.
Like, share,
And another
subscribe.
thing, before we finish, next week coming up is the Sober Vet. He's going to be our first guest on the podcast, and we're looking forward to having him. Also, we've got some exciting stuff coming up that you'll find out about going forward. Anything else, lads?
We've got some good guests lined up, like you said there, and we're in talks with many others. If you've got the similar kind of thing, a story to tell, or how you think they can help do things, then please get in touch with us and tell us your story, or help us just help another veteran.
Yeah, lovely. Cheers,
Cheers
boys.
very much.
Cheers, boys.